It's the BizFoot. So, we want to go over local advertising. My agency has been getting more and more local clients. We've been specializing in e-commerce, but we also do marketing for local customers as well. And a lot of our clients recently have been aiming to get more reviews. And when I say reviews, I mean specifically on Google. Google reviews is extremely powerful, as most people find a business on Google, either through their phone or on their laptop. They look for businesses primarily on Google first. And that's where advertising and SEO comes in. If you notice on Google, here's an example: wellness clinic in Los Angeles. The thing is here, it's a mixture of both SEO and advertising on if you're going to get new customers or not through Google. And the top spots here are sponsored listings. So this is done through Google Ads by connecting your Google My Business account, which is free to make for your business. You have to get the address verified, of course. But let's say we click on more places here. This map appears for Wellness Clinic Los Angeles. Of course, the first spots are going to be the sponsored ones because they pay Google. And the next spots are the ones that have high reviews. As you can see, third in line, pays no money for ads, but they have a flawless review, 1.4K reviews. So getting reviews on Google is extremely powerful because basically going to give you free customers without paying for advertising, because everything over the first two spots, as I showed you, are free, and those are what's called local SEO. So the main element of the SEO here is, well, there's a few different elements. For example, you want to have a website, you want to have all of your information on Google My Business filled out, and all you have to do is go to Google My Business. It's the first one here. You Google My Google Business profile, and you set up your account if you don't have a Google My Business. Then what you have to do is you set up your profile, add in your times, add in pictures, and then you have to start getting reviews. And of course, that takes some time. Unless you already have a lot of clients you can reach out to get reviews. You want to put in your social profiles, all of that. And you can even put in posts in here. But the more complete your profile is, the higher you're going to rank. And Google mixes these up. A lot of it is based on geolocation, so how close you are to the listing. But you're generally going to get a lot more views with more reviews. A lot more views with more reviews. That's the motto. So reviews is where it's at. And that's what the video is about here, is how to get more reviews outside of paying for ads. And also keep in mind, if you do have reviews, the cost for your advertisements are going to be a lot cheaper as well. So that's going to be a benefit as well. So you want to get more reviews for your business. Now, how do we do that? Well, there are several tools that I set up for my clients, and that involves automation. So these are automation flows that we have for our clients using a software, a very powerful marketing software that we use called Willow. And these are the automation flows for the local businesses. And to kind of give you an example here, with a very simple one, is our clients have a booking calendar. When somebody books an appointment on that calendar, this is an automation flow. All of these things happen on their own. You can integrate AI intelligence to do things in here as well, which I'll go over. Basically, when somebody triggers an appointment, you send them a confirmation message, blah, 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 blah. You remind them of the appointment. They come to their appointment 1 hour before the appointment. They get another notification, and then they come to their appointment. Great. So you got the... Yes. Okay. They come to their appointment, and the great thing is here, the system knows when the appointment is complete, and you mark it as a complete appointment. It will send that customer an automatic review request based on your criteria. And you can send them an email request, or you can send them a SMS request here. This is the first workflow here we have that tracks when somebody books an appointment. So it's kind of a lengthy automation. And here we have a shorter automation to where, for example, another basically here a simpler version with all the notifications to the customer. When somebody books an appointment after a certain period of time, they get a SMS. This should actually this wait 16 minutes should be before, but basically they get a review request to their phone number on file that they booked their appointment with a link to your Google My Business account, as well as an email with a link to the Google My Business account. And the system automatically knows how many minutes have passed after their appointment because it's all built into the same smart system. And this increases the amount of reviews you get exponentially. And you can use this for any business that you run, even e-commerce businesses, for example. Instead of an appointment, you can trigger it based off of a Shopify purchase. And then you can have this automation system automatically send them a review request. So you don't have to do it, all at once. And you don't have to manually follow up with your customers and be like, hey, John, remember me from a month ago? You were at my business. Can you give me a review? He's probably going to say, I don't even remember, unless, it's an awesome client, then that works. But that's going to take a lot of time to reach 1,000 people, So this does it all for you automatically, saving hundreds and hundreds of hours of time over a period of time. So once again, the system that we use for this is Willow, and that's what we integrate for our customers to get them exponential periodic reviews at a much faster rate than they normally would. Plus, as a business owner, business owners don't have time. They're focused on their business, on their staff, on their operations, everything. So following up periodically with reviews, it's great to have a software that does it for you automatically. It's so much more powerful. And the next thing here is that we want to go over is client lists and client list blasts. So this is another tool that we use for new customers after we set up their automation. If a business has, let's say, a list of customers that they have, let's say over the past year they have 1,000 customers as a rough example, well, we can then go ahead and send that 1,000 customers an email. And Willow does that as well. Or you can use systems, for example, MailChimp. We also use MailChimp for some of our clients because they already have an account. But if you do Willow for automation, you can also send email blasts from there as well. But once again, MailChimp does that as well. So keeping an email list for businesses is very important because you can then do a mass blast asking people, hey, here's a review. Here's a little coupon. Please leave us a review. For your next time with our business, you can have this little coupon. So it's a great way to incentivize them to leave you a good review because you gave them a little gift, a little discount, a little freebie, whatever. So that's another great way local businesses get reviews. So those are the two primary ways we boost our local customer reviews. And once again, this system with the automation is so powerful. Just something else came to mind is every time that customer does come to your business, the system will automatically follow up with them. And you can even integrate, artificial intelligence to craft a unique message that actually reminds me. You can actually, Willow has the platform that we use for our automations. You can, there's a system in here that automatically writes feedback on a review, and AI does it. So let's say, for example, somebody leaves a review. As you can see here, boom, there's a review. There's few replies, and it's good to actually reply for your business. Ooh, this business got some naughty reviews. That's not good. But see how there's no replies? Replying to reviews actually boosts your SEO because Google sees you're a very active business. And what our system does here, it does not only follow up with your appointments and customers and asks them for a review, you can set it to automatically. There's an AI tool here that will automatically write feedback on a review, and it's pretty amazing. Oh, okay. I had to pause the video because I was looking for where in the platform here. You can automate responses, and it's actually within the reputation settings tab, and you can automate. We haven't set this up, but this is something we're working on for one of our customers. Is you can set up automatic responses to your reviews. And so whenever somebody does leave a reply, not only does that whole process happen automatically with automation now, you can have AI craft personalized responses to each review that you get. And it actually knows if it's positive or negative. You can make it, customized for different variations. So very powerful tools now out with AI and automation, and we're starting to integrate all of this for our customers. I wanted to share it with everybody that runs a local business or manages a local business, because then you can actually, within the same platform here, you can actually create a review widget, and embed it onto your website. Just anywhere website you have, WordPress, Shopify, whatever. Let's say at the bottom you can actually have a widget that shows all of your Google reviews as well, with a link to your reviews to even get more reviews. And so everybody looks for local businesses, specifically local businesses, on Google search. And the first things that pop up on the first section of the page here is your local reviews. So if your reviews suck or you don't have reviews, you're not going to get a bunch of free customers like these guys are. So you want to make sure you're using all the tools at your disposal to get as many reviews. Even your advertising, let's say you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, everything. If you're running Google ads, well, then you can actually run the Google ads to your listings, and if you have more reviews, the cost of your ads are going to be cheaper, and you're going to get much better results, and your business is going to be a lot more successful. If you're running Facebook ads, well, then it's a lot of people actually run Facebook ads to their Google My Business listing, because then they can go to your website, they have the call button, they have all of these buttons here, and then they can see social proof that you're a good business, where they don't have to spend time researching your business. Because if they have to spend time researching your business, they'll find a competitor, they'll find somebody else. If you already have good reviews here, you usually don't even want to take them to your website, because then they'll go back and search Google and find somebody else while they're looking for social proof about your business. So the reviews are so critical. You get views when you get reviews. That's my new motto. So just wanted to share these automation tools. Wanted to remind all the local businesses managers to really focus on reviews. You can create automations that automatically know when you have appointments booked, like we were setting up for our local clients in Los Angeles. We specialize in a lot of parlor businesses, beauty, wellness clinics, massage, plastic surgery, everything in the beauty field. So we're setting these up for them. So it works very great, but it works for any local business, even e-commerce businesses, because then you can ask for a review on Google Shopping, for example. Google Shopping has their own reviews as well. So yes, that is the BizFoot lecture of tonight, and it's been a busy week. We brought on a lot of new clients, so wanted to share some of our insights of what we're building. So BizFoot out until hopefully a couple days from now, when I decide to do another video. Bye. Grr.